Hello everyone and welcome back to Defender's Quest, Valley of the Forgotten. Now, before I head into the game, I guess I'll show you my party. You can have a look at their levels. I've leveled them up a fair bit and I now have every class, I guess, fully stacked. So 6 of each. Today is the day of the Germany versus Italy semi-finals, quarter-finals of the European Cup Championship, whatever. Anyway, football. I don't really care for it, but there are people in the neighborhood who are probably going to be watching. So in case in the next few episodes you hear someone loudly yelling, screaming, whooping, whatever in the background, that's probably because Germany scored. So yeah, I have my windows open because it's kind of warm and I like fresh air. Anyway, let's continue. And head to the next battle. I have 300,000 scrap and I should probably show you. I have gotten all the stars on all the battles up to this point. This battle is the one against the sheep, if you remember. The final stage of that is really difficult. I almost beat it. It was really close, so I could probably beat this now because my characters have leveled up 1 or 2 points since then. But I'll probably leave it until later so it becomes, well, easier. I was just careless. Yeah, I can probably do this map without taking damage. And then these I have not attempted on the highest difficulty yet. I won't do that on screen though. Basically, I'm just repeating old maps for experience and scrap. That's how I got this much. And also, to cut down on the amount of farming I have to do to buy stuff like Evni, the legendary sword that costs 500,000 scrap, I have increased the scrap rewards to 300%. Not doing so would really only mean I have to farm longer to basically get where I want to be. Yeah, let's do this battle. Hey guys, I think I figured out why there weren't any Revenant in the city. They were all waiting for us here. There must be thousands of them. Yeah. I never expected to die like this, but I always wanted to. Blood! Well, there's not a whole lot else to do. Been nice knowing you. Mortal. I suppose our agreement isn't looking like such a great deal anymore. I want to teach you something. What? In all our history, no mortal has ever been given this knowledge. But I believe this is the proper time. Dun dun. And that's our last spell, Dragonfire. It's actually kind of strong. It's not bad. But it does a lot of damage to everything on the map. I still much prefer Frenzy, which I have maxed out Frenzy, and Pushback, which I have almost maxed out. Okay, so we get enemies coming from here and here. And the way it usually works with maps like these, you will get more enemies spawning on higher difficulties. Not only the waves will be bigger, but you'll also get them spawning from different locations. So probably these openings on the side will become spawning locations on the higher tiers of difficulty. I don't see any... Just check the next few waves before I start setting up. Don't worry, I've got my thumb on the spacebar. Okay, there's no armored units, so I don't need to worry about that. But there are swimming units, and a unit that can swim, which spawns here, will be able to go this way. Okay, healers first. I am... Basically, at this point, enemies are dealing sufficient damage to my units that I definitely want everyone to be in range of a healer. Which is one of the main reasons I like having this many healers around. Might as well, I guess. Okay, ice mages. To my mind, it makes sense to put the ice mages in a location where they will be able to slow down enemies just before I'm able to hit them with my melee characters. So, I mean, obviously their purpose is to slow down, so it makes sense to put them in a place where they can slow down the most. But there's not much point slowing them down right after you've done damage to them, because then they'll run slowly through an area where you're not trying to hit them very much. That's at least my thinking. So I'm positioning this guy here because there will be enemies swimming past them, I believe. Not sure if enemies will... I don't know, I'll put one guy here. Oh, might as well. Can't place him here because he won't have a healer, and not having healer is not really a good idea this point of the game. It can kill you quite quickly. Let's put another ice mage here, maybe. Now, for some of the initial maps, I still remember the setups I used back when I first played this game, and the map layout has not changed. The update has been purely, I don't know. In updating this to HD, really all they've done, quote unquote all, is to change the graphics. So it looks a lot nicer, but it's not actually, the content hasn't changed, which means it's a bad location. I guess if I upgrade them, they'll be able to hit a fair bit from here. Not really any good ranger positions on the map, I guess. I mean, these aren't ideal because they can't really hit much coming on the one side, but yeah, this will do. And then just, I don't know, position the dragons around. I should probably show you in a moment how I've spec'd my dudes as well. Well, fine. And I guess I'll give all the healers a boost. Probably won't... Well, actually, there are some dark enemies. Yeah, let's just see how this goes. And I'm saving up the Psi because I don't remember the exact difficulties of each map anymore. So I don't remember what's the best investment. For some of the earlier maps I still remember, you know, where the problems lie, but in this one I don't know if the left or the right or the water lanes or which will give me the most trouble, so kind of still waiting on where I want to upgrade. I'm going to buff you guys so you can do some nice damage to the cultists. And yeah, you can have a few boosts. Okay, last wave will be swimming enemies. Not sure if that's really too troublesome. I'll just boost the rangers a bit. Because of the range bonus they get when boosted, I find boosting rangers is a very worthwhile thing to do. Fine. Now you might notice that when you look at my character skills, like this guy's level 27 and his skills are level 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I usually focus on passive skills much more than active ones. I'm not sure if that's actually a good move, it's just what I've always done in this game in particular and generally tower defense games. So it might be that the setups I'm using are really bad, and I'm just getting away with it because I'm a little OP. I can't tell you, so not quite sure if doing exactly what I'm doing is the best approach. I don't believe it. That we lived? Well, that too. But there's nothing around us. Not a single revenant. We aren't being followed by anyone. Oh, another journal entry. Should be long enough, right? Now, keep in mind I'm saving up for 500,000 scrap, but I did actually buy all the all my mages and all my archers and all my melee characters have now got the maximum damage weapons that they can have at this stage. Okay, let's go for the next story mission. Ye gods, I never thought it would happen. We're actually at the exit. I'm on my way out of this hellhole. Azra, there are more of them. Ah, this one called Azra is the most fortunate indeed. Very few are they who see Etzli Tenoch reach out his glorious right hand and take what is his. Behold, death. Another boss level, but not with infinite waves. You might see the first thing that spawns is Etzli's hand. About 50,000 HP, a little more, really slow. And as you can see, when you kill it, it spawns 5 fingers and an eye. So, I seem to recall that I want knights to basically knock its armor down. I don't believe it's immune to slow. It is immune to freeze, but it's not immune to chill. That's how the game calls him. Okay, so I can slow him down using an ice mage. I just can't freeze him in place. Probably want a healer. I'm not sure if that thing does damage anymore. Let's put another one here-ish. Here-ish, and I guess here. Because I'll also have to deal with the normal enemies that spawn, of course. Okay. Now this is too good a location for a melee character. Can't put my rangers there. Could put him here. Again, I don't think there's any super good spots for rangers, but no, these are actually okay. Guess let's go with another knight there. I'll put a knight here. One here and one here. I'm hoping not too many armored units are coming from the top, because all I'm giving them are berserkers. Okay, I can put a few dragons down. They aren't too bad for damage. I always find it difficult to gauge where I still need to place defenders and where I'm fine. Ice mage here, ice mage here, ice mage here. I don't know. I'm just kind of plopping down stuff randomly and hoping. Usually it tends to work because, as I've pointed out, I'm a little over-leveled. And if it doesn't, I know where the problem lies, so for next time I can change my ways. Okay, I'm going to boost each of you once, and let's see how it goes. So as you can see, behold death. Is that a giant hand? Are there any other unusually sized body parts fixing to burst out of the ground? Die now. Okay, as you can see, it started out with 1,000 armor. It's already down to 500 now, so putting knights there is just so you can get rid of the get rid of the armor quickly. Revi, you came back. Come over here so I can kill you. I'm not quite sure what that's referring to, by the way. If he's like, there's no special enemy spawned. I'm not quite sure what if anything that's supposed to be about. Okay, rangers. I do like my rangers. Yeah, we are doing okay against the hand. As I said, I am probably a little over leveled for this difficulty, but it is also it's also not the end of the game, so it's not like I'm spending the entire rest of this playthrough stomping everything. It'll still be challenging. Now you can see the rest of him spawned. Let me boost a bit, and you can have a few boosts, and you can have one, and you get a few, and hey, I can even boost a dragon. Yeah, I believe we'll be fine. We are indeed, okay. These foolish blooded ones believe the battle over. But that destroyed creature of flesh and spirit is not what they believe it to be. Filled with the zeal of the Master, I am the right hand of Azra Tenoch. I am death. Nurgle, blurgle, blurgle. Okay, now this enemy is indefeatable. Enough of this. Zelomir, what are you doing here? Saving your life. Didn't survived unharmed. We're not getting much experience anymore. Again, probably because slightly over leveled. It is said that men fear death. In my experience, what men truly fear is the uncertainty of death. In all that ordeal, when death was certain, I was possessed by an unassailable calm I have never felt before or since. It was only when the hope of survival appeared that I felt the true grip of terror. From the memoirs of Gedemon Delafbar, Master of Archers, being a history of his adventures and exploits in service to the Ash King. If it's a fight you want, the only reason I am here is to keep your blood from falling into the hands of the enemy. Now that your escape is guaranteed, I have no reason to hinder you. In fact, you will make the perfect distraction. What have you done to my child, dog? I have put him to better use than a crippled worm like yourself ever could. You have murdered my children. Their sacrifice will save the world. Even now, your children are scattered throughout the mines under the pit, awaiting my signal. When I give the command, these revenant dragons will ignite key mineral deposits. The pit will collapse, killing everything in it. And using this massive death toll, I will create a new blood seal. One that is thousands strong. No heirs will survive. Azra Tenoch will be trapped forever. I will consume you with fire. I think not. Know that, should you try to follow me, you will be destroyed. Farewell, Azra. Soon it will be ended. The coward flees to the halfway world. Quickly, pull us in after him. Whoa, let's just hold on. Am I the only one that remembers the exit? You know, the thing that lets us escape? This is no time for cowardice. This is no time for getting ourselves killed. Azra? Okay, so the story branches here. Ish. I'll show you what that means in just a second, after you've read The Choice. So it's basically run away and be safe, or, you know, actually stick with your friends and help them through with their quests. The bad ending is this one, so I'll show you that first. You're not blocking yourself off from anything by doing this. Not sure how long this battle is. Let's just begin it. You're just going to walk away? I don't see what other choice I have. I will not sit by and watch the last of my people sacrificed. I almost thought of you as a friend. Someday you will learn that it is better to die with your comrades than to live forever, alone. May the lesson be bitter. You are making the wisest choice, Azra. Am I? You must go to guarantee the future. I must die with the past I created. Goodbye, friend. The way of Selenet guide you. I taught you the secret of fire. You would just turn your back on us? What else could I expect from mortals? Nero, the world is at stake. I care nothing for the world. My children will not die unavenged. The cowardice of mortals. Yo, Azra. You too? It's been fun and everything, but I can't just walk away from a chance to fight the biggest, scariest necromancer in the world. I've never run away from any fight ever. This isn't a fight, it's suicide. No, I don't know. I've lived through everything else so far. If I was going to die, I think I would have done it already. Especially that time I ate those fried dumplings I found. Turned out not to be fried dumplings at all. Anyways, as long as I get to chop someone into little bitty pieces, the rest is just details. See ya. Bye. Anybody else? I am bound by my debt. I will follow you in whatever choice you make. Thank you, Marcos. Keta? Hey, don't look at me. I'm getting the hell out of this dump. I didn't march all the way to this exit just to turn around and get myself killed. Well, I guess we better get out of here then. Hey, Slack! Yo. You realize you're going to die, right? Of course. So that doesn't make you, I don't know, think twice about the whole thing? Look, Keta, you and I have been survivors our whole lives. But you can't do that forever. Someday it's going to end. This is a chance to make it mean something. Slack. Also, this way I don't have to pay back all of that scrap I owe you. See ya. Farewell. Keta? Well, let's get out of here. So as you can see, most people agree this is not the good choice. And because of that, we only have our rangers and our knights at our disposal in this this quest, because, well, everyone else decided not to join us. Just place them down randomly, we'll probably be fine. Plop, 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 plop. And let's see how much I can boost everyone. Probably quite a bit, since I do have a bunch of psi at this point, or psi, I don't know. Yeah, this is a bit of a cakewalk. And then we get the ending. Well, first we get some experience. Obviously, only those who are still in the party are getting experience, because right now the others have left us. But again, this is only for this battle. Don't worry too much. We're out. We're actually free. What now, lady? I don't know. The pit. We did what we had to do. There's no way we could have stopped Zelemir. And if you were to die, Etzli Tenoch would be free. That doesn't make it any better. All those people. It's a black day. Don't blame yourself for surviving it. When I close my eyes, I can still feel the reverberation of the pit's collapse and the screams of its many victims. 2 months' time has done nothing to dull the intensity of these sensations. The taste of blood may never leave my mouth. Nor do I want it to. Such a great quantity of blood was shed in this grim adventure, and I, in my own cage, could not add mine to theirs. My remembrance is my participation. For as long as I hold this borrowed life, I will steep my mind in it. Kata buried her fox. What this means for a nomad, I do not know. I would have asked her, but the idle curiosity which has fueled so much of my life does not hold the same grip on my mind that it once did. In the end, it is irrelevant. One morning she was gone, and that was as much of a conclusion to our shared saga as there shall ever be. Marcus would have stayed, I think, if I had asked him. Somehow it seemed improper. I released him to whatever duty he would hold in our slowly rebuilding world. What need have I of a bodyguard in this place? The plague is gone. The Quaid are gone. There are no evils but our own. Azra Yelki Live Bar. And these are the credits. We can watch them at a later point. So, that was the bad ending, but by no means the end of the LP. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.